Welcome to another episode of Immigration Diaries. On today's episode, I'm going to do a homemade burger. And I've already got my lettuce started. So I've just added the mince and the onions. I've used my Ninja chopper. My Ninja chopper, which is this machine right here. I do recommend it a lot. It's a lifesaver for me right now in doing this process. Anytime I want chopped onions and I want it chopped very fine, I use it. I'll get the box. So it looks like this, and I got it on Amazon. It can do these things, mince, chop, and puree. So, and that's the visual of what it looks like. So I'm really pleased with it so far. And so as I was mentioning, I have the beef mince. I use the extra lean beef mince, and I added so far basil and the onions and my favorite beef spices. This is the beef spice I like to use a lot, and I mix it with some of this, and I use this one as well, and oh, I put in a little garlic this time. I'm doing a little experimenting, and I'm going to add a little salt. So as I mentioned, I'm going to add a little salt, and I'm just going to direct the video on what I'm doing now. Not sure if I captured that, so let me just do a quick recap. So I've put in the Montreal steak spice, a lot of it, the Southern barbecue, and the basil, and salt, and onion and garlic. So pause. Okay, so I'm just rubbing it in. I'm rubbing it in. Oh, I'm gonna add 1 egg and a little flour in a moment. Just really want to make sure I combine everything together. What I usually do, and this is a fun tip, I'm going to show you how best to prepare it for other times, because certainly I'm not going to have all of this tonight. But 1 pack of beef mince, which is about maybe half a kilogram, I can get about 4 nice sized beef patties. And what I do is I use grease paper to separate them and put it in the freezer, so that when I want one, I just separate one and fry that one only as needed. So I'll show you how I do that in a moment. But I'm gonna add eggs, so I'll pause 1 moment. So at the moment, as you can see, I've added the 1 egg and a little bit of flour. You don't need a lot of flour, you just need enough so that it's not too sticky and not too dry. So I'll just finish combining this. Okay, so at the moment it's now ready to be made into beef patties. So I'm going to show you that now. So this is what it just needs to look like combined with the flour and the egg. So I'm now demonstrating how easy it is to make a beef patty. So I'm cupping my hands around it as I press. And this is the finished product. As you can see, I make all of them just the same size like this. And now I'm going to show you the grease paper trick. So as you can see here, I've done the first one. So it's on the grease paper. And what I do is to put another one on top of it, shape of a rectangle, almost, right? And I'm going to put it in this ceramic bowl. And just put more beef patties. I'm just going to put more beef patties just like that size on top. I'm just going to show you in the bowl. So it's nestled nicely there. Alright, so this is the second one. As you can see, the size, just move this, the size is consistent. So I'm just going to put it on top of the other one, on top of the grease paper. Key tip is to lay out your grease paper on the plate first before making the patty, and then it will be easy to lift and put in the container. Okay, so this is the final one, and my apologies earlier, I just had a migraine and should have eaten this already, but the lighting, I tend to prefer lower lighting, so that's why you see a change in the lighting experience now. So just lift, easy pop into the container. As you can see, there are several layers, maybe not so clearly, but there are 4 layers of beef patties. I'll be preparing the first one. And what I do is typically the layer that the beef patty is on, I tend to leave that one in, or another clean layer, so that it's covered and it is nestled in the freezer without breaking. I probably might change it into another container, like a plastic one would be preferred rather than a ceramic. So I'll do that in a moment. And simple math to really process to really cook your burger, and I don't think I need to show that part. I'm also going to do a second part where I'm going to be doing, let me just turn this up. I'm just going to be doing a second part to this process where I'm going to be doing sweet potato fries. And on that, I'll show you that process quickly. And I'm going to show you the finished product of the beef patty, of course. So, one moment. Now, this is the finished product of it. It might look well burnt to you, but I like my burger well done. That's my preference. Some people like theirs medium rare, or rare, as I'd like to call it. So and there's also medium well done. Now I just realized I made a fupa. I went to the supermarket today, so I don't have any tomatoes. I would have probably prepped it with tomatoes, a sliced tomato. I like cucumbers, so I put cucumbers on my burger. And instead, I'm going to do what any good novice cook would do. I use tomato ketchup. So I always like this one. There are different ones in various countries, of course. I'm not a mustard person. I'm a simple kind of person. So this will be me, but it would be much more. My burgers are usually this high with, the toppings in there. But that is it. I use harder bread. I prefer that. A burger bun is not the only thing that can be used. So, and it would taste just as scrumptious. So, tune in for the other video I mentioned about air fry sweet potato fries. Thank you.